Hello and welcome to another video brought to you by the good people at Wonderkids. Today we have the best centre midfielders you can buy in Football Manager 2020. Now we're going to give you our best picks, our three kind of best deals we think you can get in the game. But before we go through the whole entire list, please give us a like and make sure you subscribe if you're new, okay? Consider heading over to Patreon as well if you really want to support the channel. You can download the short lists and stuff that we use for these videos. You can download everything over there, so it's a good way to support the channel. Okay, so you can see we've got our short list here. We've simmed the game up until 2020 to give us an idea of how good these players are. We've also gone back and seen how much we can actually buy these players for at the start of the game. So if you're looking at your best players, your Kai Havertz's, you're going to be able to get him at the start of the game. It'll cost you about 80 million, so very, very expensive, but you can see like, what he turns into here with his composure and off the ball, etc. Vision, natural fitness. Okay, more of an attack, definitely more of an attacking player. We've got the likes of Dani Olmo there. You've got the likes of this guy here, Usem Auro. Is that how you say it? I don't know. So Auro at the start of the game, you can pick him up for about 50 million. Again, quite expensive. He's 20. Start of the game, plays for Lyon. Okay. Just to click through some other ones we've got here as well. Palacios. Okay, so Palacios at the start of the game, he's got a release clause of only £13 million. Now, there might be work permit issues with him because he's South America and he's playing over in South America. But if you can get around the work permit issues, then definitely someone to bring in for that 13 million quid, maybe loan him straight back or something like that. You've got your Guendouzi here, obviously plays for Arsenal. Going to be very hard to pry him away from Arsenal. He's got really good work rate and vision and teamwork and positioning. Very, very good worker. More of a defensive player, really, I would say, yeah. But definitely worth getting, but he's going to cost you a lot at the start of the game. Honourable mention here to Morgan Gibbs-White. I've actually got him in my Wolves save at the moment, and he's playing really well. He's not first choice at the moment, but every time I do put him in, he performs, and you can see he develops here. Vision's really high, composure again, agility. Okay. Obviously, everyone knows about Ruben Neves playing for Wolves at the start of the game as well. Very, very good. Still only young at the start of the game. Again, you'll be looking at spending quite a lot of money if you want to pick him up. Probably about 70 mil. Excuse me. Lewis Cook as well, playing for Bournemouth at the start of the game. Again, they're not going to want to let him go for anything less than like 80 million quid. But you can see he does develop quite well. He's been a mainstay for the past couple of games. Lewis Cook still develops quite well, you can see here. Obviously, the likes of Frankie de Jong, he's only just moved to Barcelona at the start of the game. You can see here he's still playing for Barcelona. He's got the passing, the first touch, and look at all that mental attributes he's got there as well. And then we'll run you down the top three. So the top three for us is Bellingham. I'm sure you might have heard of this guy if you've done any kind of research yourself into Wonderkids on the game. Where is he? We've lost him. Bellingham. There he is. Jude Bellingham. Start of the game, plays for Birmingham. Start of the game, he's 15 years old. The start of the game, you'll pick him up for about 10 million quid, maybe less. Okay. Depending on what club you are, what your situation is, you might not be able to play, you might not be good enough to play straight away. But look at the physical attributes he's got here. By the time he's 25, he definitely will develop. Okay, so Bellingham, definitely number 3. Tonali, we've put in at number 2. So you can see here, very strong technically and creatively. Vision and technique and passing, yeah. More what we're kind of talking about when we look at centre midfielders. With a natural fitness there and acceleration. Very well-rounded player, okay. And he'll cost you about 19. We managed to pick him up for 19 mil at the start of the game, and he's 19 years old as well. Plays in Italy. So no work permit issues or anything there with him. And then number 1 on the list, we kind of spoiled it a little bit earlier, but Dani Olmo we put at the top of the list. Really good player, can play in a couple of positions. But you can see here, obviously he's got the technique and the first touch and the composure, anticipation, off the ball determination, flair, balance, agility. And the reason we kind of put him at the top is because, again, price 20 million. You can pick him up at the start of the game. Again, very well-rounded player. You play in a lot of positions as well, almost like a bit of a De Bruyne from a few years ago, there with crossing and dribbling and first touch as well. But playing in the centre midfield really is where we see him. Okay, so that's it for today. Yeah, like I said, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and head on over to Patreon if you want to support the channel. You can download the shortlists. Yeah, next we'll be moving up the park to attacking midfielders and then strikers. So thanks very much for watching.